Anthony A here with my man Gerald Lovato outside of Sunshine Theater, and yeah, man, we'll get to know series with my man right here and let him introduce himself, do a little bit more, and talk about it. We're here outside Sunshine Theater, which happened to be his first fight, and my man right here to the right, Mr. Gerald Lovato. Yeah, can you take us back to that day, man, of your first fight at Sunshine Theater and how it all went down?
That first fight, back then MMA wasn't really that popular, and I just didn't really know what I was getting myself into. So when they first asked me to fight, I actually turned them down because I just didn't. I wasn't really in this for to be a fighter. And the day of the fight, I just remember thinking, like, what did I get myself into?
So I mean, like, so when you first stepped in that ring, everything, all the emotion that came with it?
Yeah, well, before the fight, like the day of, all day I was scared.
Yeah.
The closer it got to the actual fight, whenever they wrapped my hands, whenever they warmed me up and stuff, then I just kind of felt ready. I just felt.
At what point did you want to become professional? What point did you know this is what I'm going to do?
I actually used to. I went to school for business, and me and a friend of mine opened our own company, and we used to own our own company together. And back then, I was running my business, and then I'd start training at night. Well, I got to the point to where I had to kind of make a choice because it was taken away from my energy from the company, and with my partner, my fighting started to become distracting. So I had to kind of make a choice whether I wanted to fight or do my business.
So pick up from you're a business major, going to school for business and whatnot, and fighting, it's a very, very crazy thing. I mean, can you take us to the story where, like, you said it started becoming distracting for you? You walk into the office with a black eye, or? You
might think like business and fighting are like totally opposite or whatever, but all the concepts of business, I mean, The Art of War was written, I mean, many businessmen study that. And it relates to the fight game. So I mean, the same concepts in business relate in the fight game. I see them as the same thing. So to me, it's just another outlet for me.
Through these dark days like that, like what keeps you moving?
I'm a single dad, and I have a 13-year-old daughter, and a lot of times she helps me through those hard times. I appreciate every moment that I spend with her, and I appreciate the times that we get. I mean, she's grown up like in the fight game with me. This is all she knows. Like ever since she was a little baby, she's seen me training, and she's seen me. She actually went to one of my fights that was at the Sunshine Theater at Fight World. I think it was Fight World 8 for the first time, and I think she was about 6 or 7, and she was like a little champ. She didn't even, that was probably one of my hardest fights. It wasn't like I was losing, but it was a hard fight, and I pulled off the fight, and I just told myself during the fight that I wasn't gonna lose in front of my daughter. You know what I mean? Like, I can't lose.
You're a businessman. How is that kind of like, it's very raising a daughter, and the fight world. Those are two crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody has their different perspective of the fight game. Like I said, to me, it's a lifestyle. It's the way I live. I live clean. I don't smoke or drink, and I live healthy.
The factors.
Yeah, I mean, just like in any kind of martial arts that you're learning, it's a way of life.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that, and I'm glad I found this as my passion.
Here's your home in Albuquerque, is where you're from, but you've been all over the world, Tokyo, all over Canada fighting. What keeps you grounded? What keeps you humble? What keeps you motivated? Outside of your daughter, like, of course, that factor, but at home life.
Sometimes I just forget. Sometimes I forget that, I'm even a fighter. I forget. It's weird I go places, to the store or whatever, and I see so many people that know me or whatever, and it's, I don't really like that, but it's something that comes along with it. And I actually kind of get anxiety a little bit when I get random strangers or people coming up to me
and talking to you.
Yeah, it's it's a little too much for me. So a lot of times, like after a fight, you'll see me just sneak out the back door.
Man, you know, before a fight, let's you know, it's a craft. It's definitely a craft. If you're coming up in the fight world, respect it as a craft. Just don't think you could do it just because you fought once. Respect it as a craft. What, you know, but prior to fight, what, you know, what's your road to that? You know, the day of a fight, what are you doing? Listen to music, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, I focus a lot of my energy on music. A lot of people think that I would come out or that I would listen to, you know, real angry and real, you know, high energy stuff, but I like to try to just listen to real mellow music.
Yeah.
And it helps me to kind of zone out. I just chill out and zone out, jam out to my music, and I forget about the fight.
Drop some names, man. Who you listen to?
I listen to a lot of hip hop, so you know I like MF Doom.
Okay.
I mean, which kind of a lot of people that have followed me, they probably know that's where I got the mask from. You know, it's a gladiator mask, but MF Doom's an underground hip hop artist that used to wear the mask, and actually a friend of mine, the one who introduced me to MF Doom, a gentleman by the name of Mike Maestas, who's no longer with us. He's the one who actually turned me on to MF Doom. So by me wearing the mask, it symbolizes change. It symbolizes, you know, turning into that alter ego that you need to be, you know, when you step in there. And it also keeps the memory of my best friend alive.
Nice.
So
definitely, man. There's a lot of times nowadays there's a stereotype or a big misconception that comes with UFC fighters or any fighter of that nature. Like, what's the biggest one that kind of gets to you? Is there that people have judged you off of, you know, not really knowing you, and people just assume this about you? Is there
I think that the way I look, I think especially because of the tattoos, I look very unapproachable. I think it makes me look pretty aggressive, but usually when people meet me and they talk to me, they usually have a different opinion about me. You know, it's not always what you think it is.
Yeah.
You know, things aren't always what they seem to be. You know.
Man, I mean, like, advice to, like, you know, future, you know, UFC fighters now. It's a big dream that people want to live. Like.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a sacrifice. I mean, you know, I've already passed my goals. I mean, I've done a lot of the stuff that I never thought I was going to be able to do. So, like, I'm constantly trying to figure out new goals to, you know, strive for as a fighter, as a martial artist. I mean, it takes a lot of sacrifice, just like in any art that you want to master. You're gonna have to sacrifice. You're gonna have to cut out all the partying. You're gonna have to cut out all the women and stuff like that. People think that that's what, you know, what you get into it for, but you know, you gotta really sacrifice.
Like, you know, there's some little, like, you know, when you're off your fighter diet, where do you go? What do you eat, man, when you're off your fighter diet?
I like to splurge on, like, pizza. I mean, burgers, stuff like that. Like, after fight, normally I'll, like, right after that day after, maybe even a week after, maybe not every day, but like I'll splurge a little bit, but then I'm back onto, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Then I'm back onto my normal
Let's
diet.
talk some local spots. What's some local spots that Gerald Lovato likes to eat at?
Let's see. I like Via Taste. They have the best Vietnamese food, I believe.
Nice.
Or in my opinion, in Albuquerque. Like Il Vicino.
Oh, Il Vicino's a classic.
Yeah. Cali's. Yeah. Those are some of the spots I like to go.
So you red or green?
I like green.
You like green?
Yeah.
Nice, bro. Yeah.
Cause on the real, y'all, there is no greater love. People try all the time trying to break us up. We keep it high up in the sky, I gotta take it up. Take it up, take it up, take it up, take it up. Fucking up my mental when I think about you.